Okay, MA students, another scenario here. This one's a little bit different. Same concept though. We're still going to use the same equations, one of the two that you prefer. D over H equals X, B, or A equals D over H times Q. All right, let's go back to our scenario, or not go back, but read our scenario. The provider orders 100 milligram ibuprofen by mouth, PO, 4 times a day, QID, as needed, PRN, for pain. The medication on hand is available in 200 milligram tablets scored. And that score is that little line down the middle where you can break them or cut them in half. All right, so use the dosage calculation, determine how many tablets would be administered in one dose. Back to our scenario where we find out what D is. The provider or doctor ordered 100 milligrams. So we do 100 milligrams. Find what's on hand is now 200 milligrams equals X. And then the vehicle tablets, 1 tablet. All right, we're going to get rid of our milligrams and milligrams and then cross multiply. So we have 100 tab equals 200x. We need to get x by itself. So we divide by 200, divide by 200, and division. Remember, the bottom number goes on the outside. Doesn't matter which one's bigger or smaller, it still goes on the outside. 200 into 100. Well, we look at that and we know that 200 can't go into 100, not in an even number. So what we have to do is we have to put our decimal point here, add a 0. Make sure that you pop this decimal place right up here. Oop, yeah, right there. And add a 0 before that, because anytime that you have a decimal point there, you have to have what we call a preceding 0. And I'll explain that to you in a minute about why that's important. But now, if you come and look at it, we're really just looking at these numbers. We have, instead of 100, now we're going to look at 1,000. Don't worry about the decimal point right now. We're just determining how many times 200 goes in 1,000. 200 times 5 is 1,000. So we're going to write 5 up here. Again, multiply it by 200, which you get 1,000. Subtract, and you have 0. So your answer to this right here is 0.5 tab equals X, or a half a tab. Same concept over here, A equals D over H times Q. So I have the doctor's order, 100 milligrams. So let's make that look like a G, over 200 milligrams, times the quantity, and the quantity again is that way we're going to administer it, 1 tab. Get rid of your milligrams, and then multiply 200 into 100, which you have to put in that decimal point and add that 0 so that way you can do it. And this is 0.5 times 1 tab, or 0.5 tabs, or a half a tab. So before I go to the next video, I want to talk about the 0.5 and the reason that anytime that you have a decimal before the number, when it's a number less than one whole number, you have to have a preceding 0. So for instance, if I have 0.25, I have to have the 0 there because it's less than 1. If I didn't have that 0 right there, and people just looked at 25 and they didn't capture this decimal point there, I would kill my patient because I would give them 100 times more medication than what they need. So make sure that when you are writing your answers, you put, if you come up with a number that is less than 1, you have to write it with a 0 in front of that so we don't make mistakes like this and kill our patient. Okay, let me know if you have questions.